Today we see the third chapter, scoping. Before that, I wish you all in 11A computer science students passed in my subject. I congratulate to all. Okay. Okay, now you see chapter 3, scoping. If you refer book, you refer page number 21 to 26 before you go through the lesson. My kind advice is to go through the lesson and see my PowerPoint. Okay. In this lesson, our learning object are variable scope. Simply we say scope of variable. Second one, mapping. Third one, LEGP rule. Fourth one, type of variable scope. Fifth one, model. Okay. What is scoping? Scoping refers to the visibility of variable, parameter and function in one part of the same program. It is the definition for scoping. It's a 2 more question to you. Before this, we start with lesson. Just we see the difference between the Dave C++ and Python. In first year, we learn Dave C++ software. The main difference between the Dave C++ and Python are given to you. First point, in Dave C++, it is statically typed language. It means very simple. We apply compiler for this Dave C++ software. But in Python, it's a dynamically typed language. Here, interpreter can be used. The second difference in Dave C++ in access control. Default in Dave C++ is private. Access control means we apply the 3 modifiers: private, public, protected. Here I say as access control. The main difference in the Dave C++ default access modifier is private. But in Python, in access control, default in Python is public. Public is the modifier in Python. Okay. Then what is mapping? Simply we say, if you give this statement, we simply call as mapping. The process of binding a variable name with an object is called as mapping. If you assign a variable, we simply say equal symbol can be used for assign sign. Equal symbol, it is used in programming language to map the variable and object. Very simple. Mapping is the process of binding a variable name with an object is called as mapping. Okay. The next one, what is variable scope? Variable refer address or pointers to an object in a memory. The variable assigned with a colon equal, we simply say equal symbol. For example, very simple example, a colon equal to 5, equal to 5, or simply a equal to 5. What is a? A is a variable, b is a constant. You learned in the Dave C++ program also. The same process can be applied in the Python also. In my example here, a is a variable, equal to symbol or colon equal to is an assigned symbol, 5 is constant, we simply call as object. Then 2 more questions they ask, what is namespaces? The namespaces are containers for mapping names of variable to object. Very simple. If you assign a variable, I should give an example. I considered a as equal to 5. The same value b equal to a. Before that, do you know very well what is 5? 5 is the integer constant. Here I simply assign a colon equal to 5 or a equal to 5. Very simple. The variable name a contain the value 5. And then b equal to a means the same value can be given to the b variable also. This is the simple example. Once again, namespacing or container for mapping name of variable to the object. Okay. Then what is LEGP? This is very important to you in this lesson. Scope of variable. Before you see the scope of variable, we learn in first year constructor rules. Based upon the constructor rules, the LEGP rules can be given. What is L? L stands for local. It should be used inside the function class. You see briefly in your book. I simply show you what is L. L means local. It should be the inside function class. The class members can be within the class L. And then what is E? E means enclosed. In an enclosed function. The enclosed function variable can be applied in E. And then what is G? G means global. Uppermost level we simply call as G. B means built-in, reserved names model can be used in LGP. Simply LEGP rule can be followed in Python. What are they? L means local, E means enclosed, G means global, B means built-in. Okay, the next one. In this one, we see the four scope one by one briefly. First one, what is local scope? Local scope refers to variable defined in current function. I give an example to you. This example can be also defined in my book also. Display. A colon equal to 7. Print A. Display. It's a class object. The class object can be seen later. It's an example for local scope. 5 more questions they ask. Define scope. First example you give local scope. You define what is local scope. One example. And then your output. Here A equal to 7, the same as the given as output. The next one, global scope. A variable which is declared outside of all the function in a program is known as global variable. Global. Very simple, global. Here example, in my example, first A colon equal to 10. What is A? A is a variable, 10 is the value. Display one method. Once again A equal to 7. First print A and then display and then print A. Our output will be 7 and 10. It's a global scope. Then enclosed scope. A variable which is declared inside a function which contains another function definition. Within it, the inner function can also access the variable of the outer function. The scope is called as enclosed scope. It means two objects can be enclosed one by one. We simply say as enclosed scope. Here is an example. I define disk 1. Disk is the two object. So the variable here we assign A colon equal to 10. The same variable can be once again assigned, so the same output can be shown. And then built-in scope. The built-in scope has all the names that are preloaded into the program scope when we start a compiler or interpreter. It's a preloaded program. We simply call as built-in scope. A variable or model which is defined in the library function of the programming language. Some of the library function can be pre-built in. So it should be given in the built-in scope. Okay, then model, very important one. A model is a part of the program. A software program, it means Dev C++ in first year. In second year you learn Python. Software, it's a software program, can be divided into models to case the job of programming and debugging as well. It's very simple. If you learn a program, you learn the syntax, it should be properly assigned. If you commit any mistake, it should be debugged. And then what is model programming? Model programming means the process of subdividing a computer program into separate subprogram is called model programming. It means if you take one example, quadratic equation, the process is so many, it should be divided. So an example for model programming. The brief explanation should be given in your book properly in model programming. And then for a time concept, if you refer your textbook, characteristics of model, if you see in your page book 25, page number 25 in English medium book, characteristics of the model can be given. It's an important 5-mark question. For a time being, it's a very time limit for this PPT show. So just referred characteristics of model in your book, and also the benefits of using model programming. If you see in your book page number 26 English medium book, refer also. So for a time being, I once again repeat, for a time being purpose, I should be shortly say you refer the textbook for the two topic, very important one, very important 5-mark question. First one, they ask them, explain the characteristics of model. Second question, explain the benefits of using model programming. What include? Okay. And then access control. This is an important one. We learn in the first year the 3 class members. What are the? Private, public, protected. If you refer constructor in the 11th day programming, the fundamental concept in security we learn elaborately. It should be assessed, it should be given as access control here. What are the 3 access class members are? Once again I repeat. First one private, second one public, third one protected. The concept of encapsulation. It means simply we say is what is data encapsulation? Very simple. These arrangements of private, instant variable and public method ensure the principles of data encapsulation. Before you see the scope of variable, we see LEGP rule. Here the 3 modifiers can be used. So these arrangements simply we call as data encapsulation. I refer once again. Data encapsulation is a 2-mark question. The definition is these arrangements of private instant variable and a public method ensure the principles of data encapsulation. Okay, then evaluation we see the later. Go through the lessons thoroughly. Okay, thank you.